Hello and welcome to Hixxy Studio. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this card. It looks like it's an edgeable, but it isn't an edger die. It's in fact a border die, and this is from Jeanine's Art Butterfly Flowers range called Butterfly Border. So you get two dies in the pack. You get this butterfly and it cuts out, as you can see on the purple, but I'm going to show you hopefully how to use. You can cut this kind of die on the edge of your card as well, and then we've also used the lovely foliage one to create a little piece down here. Before we do that though, the other thing I've done is I've created my own background, so we're going to get a little bit inky and pixie powdery, and yeah, okay, so let's start with the background then. So I've used some Faber-Castell mixed media paper because it takes water quite well. I haven't got a whole sheet here because I've already got one made, because this really does need to dry on its own. So I'm using 3 sprays. I'm using Watered Violet, Scattered Straw and Mermaid Lagoon. And then I'm going to use don't need the box, just need the pixie powders. 4 pixie powders. Throwing everything at it. You don't need to do as much. I just like to play with all this stuff. Peacock Green, Mango Blaze, Purple Violet and Aqua Lagoon. So we're going to just start by spraying, and I'm going to start with the Mermaid Lagoon. Okay, I'm just going to grab a piece of tissue because I would like to shake them up and down, like so, to make sure it's all mixed, and that's what happens. So just be careful, don't just my scatter straw always does this, it just, as it travels, it, so be careful of them sort of leaking into your cap. So let's just spread that paper out a little bit to the side. Okay, so we're just going to start with our Mermaid Lagoon. Just moving everything because I'm terrible with these things. I end up spraying everything. Even though I've got a little spraying box, I still manage to spray everything. Okay, so Mermaid Lagoon, that's enough. I'm trying to be better at, less is more. I'm very much a more is more. That one is shake. So that one was Mermaid Lagoon. This is Wilted Violet. Now when I first planned this, because you can see I've got the 4 colours of the pixie powders. Let's wipe that. Make a mess in there. I was going to use Bundled Stage, but I found that when I sprayed the Scattered Straw over the top, I got some green anyway because it automatically mixed in with the Mermaid Lagoon, the Mermaid Lagoon to make it green. So I thought, no, I won't. I don't need to do that. Just pick up a bit, and then we'll spray. You can see you're getting that kind of. I have to make the pump on this one. I think is going. Needs a clean. There we go. Right. Okay, so that's enough of spray. And then it's just a case of adding on my pixie powders. So I'm going to put, I should have sprayed the back of this with water really, but you get the idea. Now, because you're putting this onto already a colour, I did go a little bit mad and put too much on, which is not unknown with me and pixie powders. Lid go back on. You can't always see where you're putting them, so, and I did end up with some patches that I had far too much on. That was Mango Blaze, so I put on Peacock Green, Mango Blaze, this is Purple Violet, and then last one is the Aqua Lagoon. Exactly the same colour palette as the sprays, but just add something different. So now I'm going to spray. And then I'm going to start blotting as well. Okay, and I think I've done a better job potentially this time because I haven't been so heavy-handed with the Pixies, but I can still see where I haven't activated all of the Pixie powders. I'm going over again, and then I'll get another piece of you've got rice paper to hand, you could do the blotting with the rice paper. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, but I would leave that to dry, and I wouldn't do much more blotting. You see, this is starting to get a little bit muddy where I'm mixing the colours. So yeah, that's how I created the background. But as you'll see, if I bring in my this one, I was a lot more heavy-handed, and you can see. So what I did was I actually not only blotted it, but I also kind of did some swiping over it with the wet kitchen roll. So it just depends what you like. I must admit, I do like that one. That will be being used on something, but we shall go with this for now. Okay. So that's our background made, ready for us to cut up in a moment and put together. Now, the other thing I want to show you, and it's how to cut using the dies. How to cut this, which should cut the whole thing out. How to use it to cut. I've got something on the card and it's annoying me, so we're going to go around that way. So that it's like this. Now I found the best way is using the tip of the what's the word? No, I have to do it this way. What you want in line is the tip of here, and if I can find it, which part of the is it? This one. This one, I think. I need to go down. No, it's down, so it goes down through here. I'm just going to bring this in because I'll be able to work it out. Because this is I did a 5x5, so I drew my line, and I'm going to follow that. Can you see? I don't know if can you see the measurements where my finger is yet. So I'm going to lay this card over the top. And it looks like it's about 1 1/8, like that. I'm going to draw a line at that. Like so. So I'm going to draw a line down. And I'm going to lie the die down like so. So I've got the top of this, you see the top of the butterfly here, and pretty much the middle of this butterfly here. It's this bit here you need to make sure is straddling the line, because that's the thinnest bit. Okay. Now, before I put that on, what I need to do is to get my cutting plate. Now this is going to be interesting. It worked at home. So what I need to do is I need to tape my card to the plate so that this line is in line with the edge of the board. Okay. Like so. Might need to move that tape so that I can get the die in. You need to make sure that this piece of card isn't going to sort of go walk back. And I'm going to turn this around because this is the way my card will be. So this is the way I need my die to be. Okay. So what I'm doing is I've got half of the die on the board that should cut, and then half of the die off the board which won't cut. Now, when I did this with my Gemini at home, your Gemini is really sort of savvy, and it goes, no, I don't like that. So I tried to put it in this way, and it didn't like it. So we're going to try what I did at home. Now, it might end up with a big kind of noise at the end when it goes through, but we will see. Okay, so the idea is that this half will cut and this half will not, but you do need to make sure that you have taped that piece of card down. So here we go. When it comes out the other side, it goes boom, because you're right on the edge of that board. Ooh. This one behaved a lot better than my machine. So let's see. Has it worked? No. It started to work. It looks like it needs some more pressure. So we're going to tape that back down. This bit's cut, but it needs some more pressure on the end. So I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to use the magnetic. Wish me luck. Because I need more pressure on the end for it to cut that last bit. I'm going to see if it will take it through this way. So I'm putting the card through first. Oh, it has just kind of thought about whether it wanted to or not. What I would say is, you know your machine, you know what it will do, but don't force it. But if you can get it to work, there we go. It's a really, really lovely technique, and it means that a lot of these dies, like a border die, that you might think, well, all I can use is it as a strip. It gives you a completely new use. So now you can see I've got the edge of that cut. Ooh, more tape, isn't it? I was thinking I was peeling off the card. Now you can see I used a bit of tape with ink on it. Luckily that bit's going. So we're going to remove the die. Let's just clean that out, because I am going to need that in a minute. We're going to cut out the purple one. And there. Come on, you can come out. There, come on. There. Right, that's not clean. I need to cut the die again, so I just want to make sure that I've not got bits stuck in. Right. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is I need to I'm going to rub that line off. It doesn't matter too much, because I am going to cover it over, but just because I'm going to. Now, what I need to do now is I need to get my craft knife, and I need to cut away, because obviously if you had a die that is designed to cut an edge, then it will automatically cut along these bits. Yeah. So let's cut that bit away first. In fact, I should have left the line on until I'd cut that, but never mind. So those bits, that's the big bit, that's the big outside bit. But now, I need to sort of wind my thing back on. I do need to go in and cut a few extra little bits up. So some bits that I do need to poke out in a moment, like these. That one's almost cut. Like here, I need to run my knife along there to cut that piece away. So that's that bit gone. And then these little bits here is because we've sort of forced it to do something that it's not originally designed, then you do need to go in and just do these little touch-up bits. Okay. This bit here. And that's it. And this bit here. A bit there. Yeah. And then this bit here. Like so. Oh, it's not quite. Yeah. And then with my poker tool, I just need to go back and remove these bits. Yeah. Like so. Okay, so I've now got a nice butterfly edge, and I'm just going to now fold my card. I had already pre-scored it. So there's my nice edged card without an edge die. So yeah, hopefully that's a nice different technique if you're looking for something different to do with these border type dies. Okay, so it's now a case of doing the rest of the die cutting and assembling. So I've used this purple card for my stash. I need a butterfly, and I need one more. You need 3 of these, but I've already got 2 cut, so we only need to cut 1 of these. And again, I didn't want to use this one. There they are. I didn't want to use this one just as a long border, which is why I kind of chopped into it. Okay, I'm just gonna put some tape on, and I'm afraid I'm gonna need to just blow my nose. Excuse me. Okie dokie. Right. So let's get these cut. One. I don't know. I'm not gonna use the magnetic with this one. I did. Be famous last words. I did with the last one because it needed that extra pressure on the end. I'm hoping that just an extra card shim will cut that. We're going to need to cut into this in a moment. I've got my mats and layers here, and I have my sentiment already. That's a Julie Hickey Everyday Sentiment stamp. Let's have a look. So yeah, see, for just normal cutting out, it didn't need any addition. It was just where we were, like I say, asking it to do something that it wasn't designed to do. Those bits there. And there. And the dino. Nice little bits. Sometimes it's hard to work out which bit will release the die, so quite a lightweight card, so I'm not pulling out. So that's what it should cut out like. It's just as a standalone thing, but we're going to overlay the lovely edge that we cut. There's our bit there. Okie and my other bits. Right, let's start assembling our card then. Okay, right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of my patterned my background that I created. I need my pencil. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Look at that. And here you go. That and that. So that's that bit. And then I need, which is the front? I'll take this bit. So many random pieces of card around. Yes, it's this bit. So will this bit fit? Nah, it's a bit too small. Another bit for this. Again, just doing it by eye, marking it with a pencil, and then yeah, with mobility. Okay, so I'm going to glue those down first and then glue them to the card. Oop. Come on. Just lift the lid off at some point. Come on, glue, you know you want to. Pin in. Okay. Must remember to put the lid on. Okay. So that's that piece. I'm going to grab a bit of paper to, it's card, a bit of paper. And that down. And then this one. On here. That way around, or is it that way around? That way around, isn't it? And this one goes inside, so I'm just going to slowly put it that way around. Yes, that way around. So, okay, I'm just going to. Yeah, there we go, that's better. And then this one, that way around or that way around. This one on the front, like so. Over a little bit. There. There we go. And then I need my my tweezer and my fine tip glue. And I'm going to, oh, come on, glue. Okay, putting it down the middle of the body for the minute, and then I'll see a few little bits that we've not popped out. Trying to do that while I've got glue on the back of it is not the best idea. Okay. Right, so then I'm just going to literally dib dab dab around to get some glue on other bits so that it will stick. Then we're going to lay this over the white one or the white edge that we can see. Like so. Now I think I gave it a little bit of a white border last time. You don't need to. But I don't know. This time that's okay. That little just move on. Okay, so now that's on. So we've got this nice edge. The got lots of bits that I've cut up. You can see what I noticed when I cut into this. This has actually got almost a repeating pattern. So you can see it's there, repeats there, but the opposite way. If you see what I mean, that you get that flipped there. So you can get 2 out of each. Is what I found. We'll use my big scissors. So it's almost like 1, 2, 3 fronds, if you like, there, and then there, and then 1, 2, 3, cut round there and there. So that's 3. I only need 5, so actually I would have needed it but I already had one cut out, so that's why I haven't needed all of them in this particular case. One and one more. I'm just gonna shape that more like a lily. 1, 2, 3 there and there. And then all I'm going to do is stick these along the bottom. Again with my glue. Tweezers. One there. There. That's 2. The middle. I haven't shaped those leaf bits there, but I think it's going to be covered by the sentiment anyway, so I'm not too worried. That's 3, and then 2 more. On there. Let's go that way. Different way. Stick, you know you do. And then one more here. Like so. And then we need our bow and our sentiment. So let's get some 3D glue gel. There we go. 3D glue gel. Oh, no lid on it. That's never good. Good. 3D glue gel. Right, so there's my sentiment. So all I did with the sentiment was I stamped using a versafine, I don't know what colour, I can't remember, purple one, onto a scrap of the background. I chose an area that wasn't purple so that the purple ink would stand out. And then I just mounted it onto the same purple card and some white, just using some stitched circle dies. And then to finish it off, I've got some little black pearls. I'm hoping I've got enough in there. We will soon see, won't we? So I'm going to put a bit of glue down there. 1, 2, 3 there. And then we'll put some glue down there, down there, down there, and down there. Right, see how many I put in, whether I remembered enough. Right, let's see, where's my okay. Not find my wax pencil. Not to worry. We use. Oh, so it is. Hiding. Thank you. Right. These on. 3 on the bow. And 3 on the sentiment. And then onto our butterfly bodies. I do quite like with butterflies to actually put some sort of embellishment down the body. In this case, I've got some flat black pearls. I chose the yellow to pick out the yellow of the that we used on the paper, that Mango Blaze, and the Pixie powders really does sort of come through. Come on, turn over. You never want to turn over when you need to. Ugh. Well, I just want to stick to you. So what have I got there? 3 on that one. What should I got? 2 on there. A little bit more blue. There. There, and then 3. Yeah, just got 3. I did put exactly the right amount in. Turn. Don't stick. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Okay, so there we have our card. We used this butterfly border die set, and they're not an edger die, an edgeable, or whatever you like to call them. They don't cut an edge; they cut out completely. But I've shown you how by hanging it off the end of your plate that you can actually use it to cut an edge on your card, and then there we go. And then we used some sprays. We used Distress Oxide sprays and Pixie powders to create our background. And yeah, cut it again using our purple card. So hopefully that's given you an idea of a different way to use this die, and indeed any border die. Have a look on the channel. We've got lots more videos, including some more using this collection, this butterfly flowers from Jeanine's art. So yeah, have a look. Thank you for joining me.